Hello, my dear students of first semester BCom, Mangalore University. This is my ninth session. In this session, I wanted to discuss with you about the quality, the prose, comprehension 2. What are the learning objectives of this session? The students, you should know about the author Galsworthy, and you also know about how the story grows in the process. To make the students read and comprehend the text. Understanding is very important. The students come to know about John Galsworthy, his art work, how he created a characters called Justler Brothers. Okay, the students are able to distinguish between quality and quantity. Yes, so the contents: introduction to John Galsworthy, comprehension 2, references and MCQs. Yeah, reading comprehension 2, the second part of the comprehension. Let us continue. So what happened? Okay, in the previous session I will continue with this. We are introduced with the characters called the Justler brothers, the shoemakers, the artists, and the narrator who come into contact with them through his father, because his father was the loyal customer for the Justler brothers. And by the way, the narrator also become the loyal customer of this brothers. And the elder Justler brother, because there are two brothers were there, both of them, they were the craftsmen, they were the shoemakers. Actually, they created a legend in London, but they were not popular because they did not go behind money. That's why. And the elder brother who died. What is the reason why he died? Because he died, he did not take food on time. He concentrated only to the work of making shoe, the art. So that man died. And the younger brother is running the shop. Okay. And we also have seen the process of how they take the customer's order and how they choose the leather, because the looks are very important for the shoes, and ultimately they prepare shoes. They are ultimate. Okay, we cannot compare their shoes with other shoes. That's the best thing in the world. So we come to know about these things in the previous session. In another memorable visit of the narrator entered the shop wearing the branded company boots, which were not prepared by Mr. Justler's. And Mr. Justler's contempt for the brand boot making companies. He had a contempt. Why? What is the reason? Because the brand companies, very big companies, the manufacturers of the boots in a very big, large scale. So he hated them. He had a contempt for them. Why? Those companies spoiled the craftsmanship of the trade. They spoiled their trade, business, in the name of mass production. So what is mass production? Producing the boots in a large quantity. Okay, but these people, they are only preparing a pair of shoes. Okay, one by one they take the orders for the customers and then they prepare by their own hands. But these brand companies, they depend on machines, and with the help of those machines they produce more. Trading quality with an array of advertising gimmicks to win clients. Look at the word trading quality, because business is also an art. These people, the Justler brother, they are against it. because they gave importance to the craft, as if they are showing their devotion to the duty what they are doing. But the big companies, what they think, it is only a money making business. Okay, money is very important, but for these just as brothers, money is not important, quality is important. So that's why they cannot, okay, um, compromise with the quality. Okay, this is what is happening. That is the contempt he had. The narrator became aware of the Justless brothers' struggles of sustaining a small bespoke business of handmade artisanal boots. Got to think here. So they are working for many years. They had a problem because they are not money makers. They are not businessmen. They are the craftsmen. That's the difference we can see. And the importance is given only to the quality, not the quantity, because the big companies, they give importance to the quantity because they use machines to manufacture a large amount of the boots. Okay, when narrator met them, when he discussed with these Justless brothers, he come to know about their travels, because it is very difficult to sustain, very difficult to stay in the market, to attract the customers, because they are the handmade boots they are preparing. The larger companies were luring away their clients on the dint of shallow advertising. So moreover, nowadays what we are doing, we are attracted towards advertisements. Whatever comes on a TV or a magazine or a newspaper, we are attracted towards those things, and we have a multiple choice. So what happened? So because the consumer world is attracting to the customers, but what about the handmade artisans, the handmade goods? Okay, it is here only we are discussing about the goods, but there are many things in the world. The business spoiled, the homemade business, they were spoiled. This is the reason big companies, okay, we had example of trade mills. Because of them, many people, the weavers, they lost their jobs. Pots, pottery, the art, but before steel, other metals, these people, they lost their work. So many ways we have this kind of a machines and a business, but handmade goods, they are the perfect. But this is a contempt he had. The ice cold contempt in Mr. Justice's voice made the narrator order multiple pair of boards, because they are suffering from lack of money. It is difficult to run a board shop. So that's why earlier it was a larger room. Now it was reduced because they are not able to pay the rent, because whatever the money comes from their business, so the maximum amount of it goes to the rent. So that's why he had a contempt for these people, the branded company people. So much so that he had no occasion to visit their store for the next 2 years, because he had a pity on that man. So he purchased many boots. In the previous slide, see, so we have seen, okay, he ordered so more, okay. So that after 2 years, when the narrator goes back to the store, he finds that one half of the store had been occupied by another company. Yes, this is I told already. The narrator later learns that this downsizing had happened because running the shop was too expensive. Right. The next time narrator goes to the shop, an older looking Mr. Justler, aged man, informs him that unable to handle the losses their business was incurring. Yes, they are in a utter loss. Because by the look, so he already aged, looks very dull, pale, and he also informed that his elder brother, elder Justler had died. Okay, this time the ordered boots took a long time to come, but their quality was better than before because it was made by the younger brother. So, because he wanted to have a steady hold on the customers, because now he doesn't have his elder brother, so he's afraid. So then what about my business? Okay, that's why he took more care, more concern, more time. Okay, and a very good material for the boots. He took a long time, right? Then he delivered the boots, but they are the perfect piece of art. It was only after a year that the narrator visited the Justler's shop next time. This is the third visit he is talking about. What he found? He found that Mr. Justler had aged rapidly, looking frail and weak. Okay, a grand father's age. Okay, he looks very frail, very weak. However, despite the aging, the man still knew he strayed well. He was not tired of his business, he was not tired of his work. No, still he works very hard and went about the task of measuring the narrator's food for a fresh piece. When the narrator ordered for a new one, that he took again the tape and then he went there to take a measurement. Right. So they never forget, they never leave their business. Still the same energy is in him. This time the boots took even longer time, but their quality was better than. So a week later the narrator decided to pay Mr. Justler a visit. After 1 week, when he went back, he wanted to compliment him on how wonderful his latest set of boots had turned out. Okay, he wanted to appreciate, because just now whatever he has given, the shoes, they were the best in the world. So he wanted to inform him, praise him for his art. But the narrator, what happened? The narrator was bewildered to see that the store of the Justler's brothers had been occupied by some other company. Okay, the board changed, the person who was sitting there changed. So the narrator bewildered means shocked to see. So what happened to Mr. Justler's brothers? The new owner tried to assure the narrator that they were equipped to offer him any boots he wanted. The new vendor, he never revealed the truth. Okay, what happened to the previous owner of the shop? But what he gave him assurance? No, we prepare you any kind of a boots you want. Okay, because he was afraid of this customer he can lose him. That's why he tried to convince him, any type of issues we will make just as the earlier one. But the narrator insisted on knowing what had happened to Mr. Justler, because it is not only a relationship between a customer and a businessman, but it's a very passionate relationship between Mr. Justler and our narrator. That's why he insisted him to, tell me what happened to him, why you are here, where he is now. These are the inquiries he made. Upon further inquiry, the narrator found out that Mr. Justler had died of slow starvation. Listen, how pathetic is the situation. The elder brother was he died because of slow starvation, hunger. So like his elder brother, he also did not take the food on time. He concentrated only on the work. He never bothered about the food, whatever he is taking. So he died. Both Mr. Justler brother, they died of the same reason, because of starvation. The new company owner disclosed to the narrator how Mr. Justler barely did anything apart from making boots. Okay, these brothers, they only made boots, not even sitting aside time to eat. So look at the dedication. They never spent time to eat. That's a tragedy also. He was explaining the new owner. And after doing so much of a work also, whatever the money comes from this, okay, all his money went into rent and to purchase the fine leather, because he doesn't want to make any compromise with the quality. So to get a fine leather, he has to pay a lot of money. Then what is the margin? Because whatever the raw materials he uses, he purchases, and whatever the cost of the shoes he sold, so it doesn't have a much margin, so leaving very little for the basic sustenance. So whatever the profit he get, so much of it goes for a rent. Then what can he eat? How can he fulfill the needs of the family? It was tough business conditions that had finally drawn the life out of Mr. Jessler. So the business competition, the commercial world, the commercial acumen, which took the life of these two people, an expert craftsman of boots. So here, John Galsworthy, he is criticizing the business, criticizing money making, okay, because that is his main agenda. So in the introduction about the author, we discussed about it, because he was a rebel against these things, hoarding money matters, though he belongs to a rich family. So here, Mr. Jessler brothers, a very small petty shop owner, the shoemaking craftsman, they were in the mind of Mr. John Galsworthy. He took them to explain about how poor they are, but their art is very rich. Both men agreed that Mr. Jessler was one of a kind when it came to boot making artistry. They are the experts, right? They are experts in London. The narrator left the store deeply saddened by the loss of such a great individual. Yes, definitely, because he and his father, they had a family connection. They are mending their shoes with them, right? Had a very close relationship. Mr. Jessler strived for the quality during the time when the world was scrambling for profits and gains. No, look at these two words, profit and gains. Mr. Jessler, they never bothered about these two things, but they are bothered about quality. That's why Jack Galsworthy named the title as Quality, right? So this is what I wanted to say. So I hope you have understood very well. And now I have 5 questions to you. Just look at the questions, and we have multiple choices are there. Select the correct answer for the question. Who spoiled the craftsmanship of the boots manufacturing trade? So who spoiled? A. The larger companies. B. Neighborhood shops. C. His own brother. D. Government new regulations. What spoiled the craftsmanship of the boots manufacturing trade? Yes, answer is the larger companies, or we can call them also as branded companies, the companies. Next question, second one. What is bespoke business? Which is mentioned in the textbook. What is bespoke business? Because you are the BCom students, you must be aware of these things here. A. Making business through speaking. Is it right? Made and sold for a particular customer. Okay, the goods which are made and sold for a particular customer. C. Convincing customer through speaking. D. Earning through spoken language classes. Yes. Answer is yes. B. Made and sold for particular customers. Yes. Jessler brothers they were bespoke businessmen. Okay. So they never prepare, they never manufacture many boots and they never sell it. Only they sell the goods which are ordered by the customers, taking their food measurement. They are only prepared for the particular exact customer. Okay, this is called bespoke business. Next question. Mr. Jessler had died of. What is the reason why he died? A. Cancer. B. Suicide. C. Murder. D. Slow starvation. Yes, exactly. The right answer. D. Slow starvation. Hunger. Lack of food, he died. What was the main principle of Jessler Brothers business? What is main principle? Ethics in a business. Good looks of the boats, money making by selling the boats, best quality to give the about the boats, and cheating the customers. What is the principle? Yes, you know it. Answer is C. Best quality, to give the best quality shoes in the world. That is the principle. The last question here. Who informed the narrator that the younger Jessler brother died of slow starvation? Who informed him? So answer A. The elder Jessler brother. B. The new owner of the shop. C. The narrator's father. D. The neighbor's owner's shop. As answer is D. The new owner of the shop. Okay. The new owner of the shop who informed him. Okay. So here I conclude my session. Thank you very much. See you in the next session.